Hello bears, my goodness, hasn't it been rainy today? There's big puddles in my garden and my dog, who really hates the rain, has only just decided to go outside. I've got a story today about a little boy who likes putting on things in the rain, and it's about a little boy called Alfie, and it's called Alfie's Feet, and it's about Alfie and his wellies. It's by Shirley Hughes and it's published by Red Fox Books. So, are you sitting comfortably? Let's enjoy tonight's story. Alfie had a little sister called Annie Rose. Alfie's feet were quite big. Annie Rose's feet were rather small. They were all soft and pink underneath. Alfie knew a game he could play with Annie Rose, counting her toes. Now, I wonder if you know this one. It goes, this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed at home, this little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none, and this little piggy cried, wee, 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 all the way home. Annie Rose had lots of different ways of getting about. She went forwards crawling, and backwards on her behind, and she liked to slide about very fast on her potty, skidding round and round on the floor and in and out of the table legs. Goodness me, look at her go. Have any of you got little brothers or sisters who crawl and slide and maybe try and slide about on their potties? Annie Rose had some new red shoes. She could walk in them a bit if she was pushing her little cart or holding on to someone's hand. When they were out, Annie Rose wore her red shoes and Alfie wore his old brown ones. Mum usually helped him put them on because he wasn't very good at doing up the laces yet. If it had been raining, Alfie liked to go stumping about in the mud and walking through the puddles. Mind you, I think muddle's quite a good word, isn't it? Splish, splash, splosh. I wonder if any of you have been doing that today. And then his shoes, got rather wet. And so did his socks. And so did his feet. And so look what they've had to do is they've put them on the fire guard to dry after their wet walk. So one Saturday morning, Mum and Alfie went to a big shop in the high street. They bought a pair of shiny new yellow shoes for Alfie to wear when he went. Oh, not shiny yellow shoes, shiny yellow boots. They bought a pair of shiny new yellow boots for Alfie to wear when he went stamping about in mud and walking through the puddles. Alfie was very pleased. He carried them home himself in a cardboard box. Look, there he is, feeling like quite a big boy, I would think. When they got in, Alfie sat down at once and unwrapped his new boots. He put them on all by himself and walked about in them. Stamp, stamp, stamp. He went into the kitchen to show Mum and Dad, and Annie Rose stamping his feet all the way. Stamp, stamp, stamp. The boots were very smart and shiny, but they felt funny. Alfie wanted to go out again right away, so he put on his Mac and Dad took his book and his newspaper and they went off to the park. Alfie stamped in a lot of mud and walked through a lot of puddles. Splish, splash, splosh. He frightened some sparrows who were having a bath. He even frightened 2 big ducks. They went hurrying back to their pond, walking with their feet turned in. Alfie looked down at his feet. They still felt funny. They kept turning outwards. Dad was sitting on a bench. They both looked at Alfie's feet. And suddenly Alfie knew what was wrong. What do you think's wrong? Why do you think his feet feel funny? Should we find out? Dad lifted Alfie onto the bench beside him and helped him take off each boot and put it on the other foot. And when Alfie stood down again, his feet didn't feel a little bit funny at all anymore. So there you go. Alfie had his boots on the wrong feet. How many of us do that? I think a lot of us do. After tea, Mum painted a big black on one of Alfie's boots and a big black on the other to help Alfie remember which boot was which. The was for right foot and the was for left foot. The black paint wore off in the end and the boots stopped being shiny and new, but Alfie usually did remember to get them on the proper way round after that. They felt much better when he went stamping about in mud and walking through the puddles. And of course, Annie Rose made such a fuss about Alfie having new boots that she had to have a pair of her own to go stamping about in too. Splish, splash, splosh. It's a great story for a wet, rainy day. I hope you enjoyed it, Bears, and I'll see you tomorrow for another story. I wonder if it's going to be sunny tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. Good night. Sleep tight.